Hi everyone, and welcome back to Authentic Worth Publishing, which is bringing worth back into you through storytelling and book writing. In today's video, I want to talk about the importance of your story. Now, I am definitely a strong advocate of storytelling, book writing, speaking, and one of the reasons that I wanted to do this video is to really inspire those who are at the stage of thinking of writing a book. But in the meantime, I just want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of those who has supported this journey of book publishing and writing, particularly the vision of Authentic Worth. Now, moving on, I want to talk about my latest book, Confident Face, Embracing Your Own Authentic Beauty, which was written and published in July 2021. Why is storytelling important? Storytelling is important because it helps other people to know that you have something that will change and inspire their lives. When you share your story, when you speak about the things that you've gone through, it really encourages you to know that there are better days that are going to be ahead of you. Sometimes you might think to yourself, what's the essence of sharing my story? Is it going to be a bestseller? Is it going to impact people well? My focus for you today is not to worry at all about the sales, because in order to get the sales for your books, you need to start learning how to write, and it is very important. What I really want you to gain from this video is learning how to structure your book, chapter by chapter, and the nature of your book. The importance of having a story when it comes to writing your book is very important. And I stand on this very much, that as an aspiring author, you must learn how to operate and be surrounded by other authors. And accountability is the opportunity for someone to shadow you to ensure that you are fulfilling what you have promised when it comes to writing your book. And I've seen many people, and I know quite a few people that want to write a book, but sometimes they lack that accountability. In other words, they may lack structure. They have a vision, they have a story to write, but they don't know how to write it. And that's okay. That's why Authentic Worth is here. Now, when I first wrote my book, I took everything from that workshop and applied it to my own. But I used my personal blog that was founded in 2014 called the Women's Worth Conference Group, and I still use it up till now. And I encourage you, be around like-minded authors who are making moves, who are making impacts with their lives and their stories. If I didn't attend that workshop, and I want to really emphasize on the importance of going to workshops, it is very vital for you because you are stimulated by people who are hungry to learn. And the more you are around authors, the more likely you will become an author. This is the quote that I thought about this morning. And it says, if you do not surround yourself with great people, you will not be great. Who you are around defines you. If you want to become a CEO of your own company, be around those who are CEO of their own companies. If you want to become an independent author, be around self-published authors. If you want to be a speaker, attend speaking engagements. It's as simple as that. And it is very important that as you attend these workshops, as you attend these engagements, as you attend these online seminars, they are sharpening your skill set. They're branching you out into the unknown. And let me tell you something, you will never know who you will meet. You can meet someone so great if you attended that workshop, if you attended that speaking engagement, if you were not shy and thought about yourself, because I know how it feels to step out of my comfort zone. But because I've stepped out of my comfort zone, I can humbly say I am where I am today because of that. If I was comfortable and I stayed relaxed and I didn't make a move, then I don't believe I'll be where I am today. And this is to encourage you that life is a journey. Life is a process. So is your book. Some books can take 3 years to write. Some books can take 1 month to write. But what ultimately matters is how intentional are you in writing your book. Structure is very important. Understanding what your book is going to entail, that is also very important. Knowing your target market, because I must tell you, your book isn't going to be for everyone. There are different types of books, from children, young teenagers, adults, and older adults. Think about this as well. If you're writing a book about yourself and you want to talk about something that you've encountered or you've experienced, you may also want to do some research. And this is really important when it comes to sourcing your work if you've used an external source. Now, I'll talk about this in another video because I don't want it to be the main focus at this time. But when you are writing your book, especially if you're going to be using information from the internet, it is very important to source your work to prevent copyright issues. When it comes to you writing that book, ask yourself, are you ready? Writing a book is very therapeutic. And I tell you, this book that you're seeing right now has been a book that has helped me to understand the beauty of confidence, not just from an external perspective, but also from an internal perspective. How do you pick up yourself when it comes to rejection? Everything you need to know about life is already in you. Life will teach you so much. Life will teach you a lot, and your life is literally a book. But the thing is that not everybody wants to write a book, and that's fine. Moving on, I want to talk about why your book is so important to be written at this stage. As we know, we're still in a pandemic. Things are not stable. Sometimes people's mental health can be out of control. But do you know your book can be a solution to someone's pain right now? Questioning yourself and worrying and thinking, oh, will my book go far? Will it make an impact? Remember, there are so many people that you may not even know who's watching you right now. When I first wrote and published my first book, wow, it blew me away because I didn't have any experience. I didn't know what it entailed to write a book. I read books at the time, but I didn't feel like I could write a book. And as I said before, I started writing through my blog. And through my blog in 2014, I turned it to a website in 2018, which is Authentic Worth. And I genuinely did not know that it was going to be a website for business. But then I thought that with my first two books I published in 2016 and 2017, I knew that there was so much more in me to give. And I always say this, that your story is powerful and it is uniquely centered to you. That when you share that story, when you share what you've been through, when you share that pain, you don't know how many people will say, wow. Think about a big forum or a big stadium. And so many people are talking about their stories one by one. Okay, let me not say a big stadium because stadiums are very big. But let's say you're in a small conference room of 12 people and everyone talks about their story individually. There will be stories that will intrigue you. There'll be other stories that will shock you. There'll be stories that will make you laugh. And there'll be stories that will make you cry. And one of the reasons why I love storytelling is that it's so unique and it speaks about the author's character. It shows how the author writes and it shows how the author engages with the audience. Remember, your book has to be engaging. You don't just want to write a book because you want the title of an author. You want to write a book to make a change and a difference to your community. Because books are permanent resources. This is why I love paperback and hardback books. Because when you open the book, you can see the writing, you can highlight it, and you can put a bookmark on it as well. And so many people of nowadays are diversifying into ebooks and audiobooks, especially audiobooks, and that is great. But remember, before you can even start an audiobook, write on that paper what you want to talk about. Or if you feel natural to speak from your heart, then of course do an audiobook. But in the meantime, the tangibleness of a book speaks volumes because you are more likely to go over it again and again. I love physical books. I've got so many books behind me in my bookshelf. I'm telling you, still a few more books to read as well. And I'm going to be buying more because the more I'm reading, the more my writing skills are getting better. And I must tell you this, your writing skills will only improve when you start reading books. And it's very important to read books that you also want to get into. Everyone has an opportunity to share their story. No one is exempt, but it's up to you to decide how much do you want to share. I know how it can be, not wanting to share too much. But remember, as you are holding back, you may be holding back on someone else's destiny. Think about that and let that sink in, because your book is powerful and it will change lives and it will grow and blossom as long as you feed your writing skills. And this is why Authentic Worth has now invested in accountability partnerships and opportunities for authors that want to remain accountable to their writing. And it is really important that as a business, we dedicate our time to nurturing every author in their writing style. Some writers may be slow, some writers may be fast. It doesn't matter. We are here to help every author that needs accountability. So for more information on our accountability coaching sessions, I will link all the information in the description bar below. I want to give you a few recaps. Remember, your book is powerful and your story is going to inspire many people if you come out of your comfort zone. Number 2, you will not realize how powerful your story is unless you share it. Number 3, your book will make you stand out from the rest, especially when it comes to interviews, because interviewers are looking for those who are unique, who can bring something different to the table. So think about that. And when you have written your book, write down that you're an author, because you are. And if you are a writer, you are already an author. And number 4, make sure that you subscribe to Authentic Worth for more book and inspirational content. Thanks very much all, and I will surely be seeing you in the next video very soon. Take care and have a good day. Bye.